And there's Wayne Pearson, easing out onto Tor Poznań. It's like the first step on a long hike, finding your footing before you hit full stride.
Right, and every racer knows this outlap is precious. It's their first handshake with the track today, feeling out its mood and temperament.
Chris Il-Duke's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 1:49.529. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Mr. Bang's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 1:43.907. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Chris Il-Duke has a best lap time of 1:32.301. There's the first flying lap for Mr. Bang, hitting 1:36.942. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
You know, mate, some folks wonder why these drivers spend so much time in practice. But it's just like prepping a Barbie, you gotta get it right before the big show.
Exactly. Rob, practice makes perfect, and in racing, perfect can be the difference between pole position and the back of the grid.
So, for those tuning in and wondering what's the go with these practice sessions, well, it ain't just about flexing their engines. It's about synergy, mate. Getting the driver, the car, and the track to sing in harmony.
Couldn't have put it better. We liken it to rehearsing a dance. Every step, every turn must be practiced until it's second nature on the big stage.
Mr. Bang posted 1:33.644 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Alright, Chris Il-Duke has put down a 1:31.520. It's a decent benchmark, but I reckon there's more juice to squeeze out of that VW Scirocco.
For sure, Rob. It's early days. They're just starting to sync up with the track. We'll likely see those times tumble as they dial in.
Wayne Pearson is on the out lap, not just warming up the tires, but also warming up their instincts, getting the racer's intuition dialed in.
True that. They're getting the feel of the track, the car, the conditions. It's all about setting the stage for what's to come.
Patrick Schwanzer's on the out lap, getting a taste of the tarmac. It's like sniffing the cork before a good wine. First impressions matter.
Exactly. They're assessing the grip, the balance, the whole shebang. You can learn a lot in these quiet moments before the throttle really opens up.
There's no mucking around for Wayne Pearson and Euro, straight down to business on this first flyer. They'll be keen to see what times they can clock in early on.
Yeah, and it's not just about speed. It's about rhythm, finding that flow around Tor Poznań. Getting into that groove early can set the pace for the whole session.
Chris Ilduke posted a 1:29.766 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? D-Max is out there, taking it slow and steady on the out lap. This lap is like the calm before the storm, a moment of zen before pushing the limits.
That's right. It's about understanding the track's personality today, Euro. Each day, each lap can tell a different story, especially at a track like Tor Poznań.
In these sessions, they're not just pushing the car's limits, but their own too. Testing their mettle, seeing how far they can go before the big dance.
Exactly. It's a mental game as much as a physical one. Balancing aggression with precision, daring with data. It's an art and a science.
Mate, sometimes I reckon the pit wall looks like they're controlling a spaceship with all those dials and knobs.
You're not wrong. Each of those adjustments, from brake bias to differential settings, has a profound effect on car behavior. It's like tuning a guitar, but instead of strings, you're tweaking mechanical symphonies to get the car singing just right on the track.
There's Patrick Schwanz, gently nudging the beast as they head out. The out lap is where you whisper to the car, "Let's dance," before the real party starts.
You got that right. It's a gentle waltz before the full-on rock concert of the race. They're testing the waters, getting a feel for every bend and straight of Tor Poznań.
Mr. Bang's first flyer is a solid start, clocking in at 1:32.133. They're getting a feel for the track, but there's room to shave off a few more seconds.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about finding those little tweaks, adjusting the line here, braking a tad later there. Every lap is a learning curve.
Watch as D-Max takes it nice and easy on this out lap. It's not just about warming up the tires, it's about getting into that mental pit lane, tuning into the race mindset.
For sure, Rob. They're calibrating everything: the brakes, the steering, the throttle response. It's a crucial part of laying down the groundwork for a successful practice session.
Wayne Pearson's first serious lap is in the books with a time of 1:31.377. Good effort, but I'm expecting them to really push the envelope in the next few laps.
Yeah, it's about building that momentum, Rob. Fine-tuning their approach with each turn, each lap, getting more out of the car and themselves.
Look at D-Max go, they're really giving it some jandal now. The first flyer is always a bit of a reconnaissance mission, a mix of caution and raw pace.
You bet, Rob. They're mapping out the track, feeling out the grip levels, and getting a sense of how the car's performing today. It's a crucial lap for building confidence.
Chris Ilduke has a best lap time of 1:29.766. D-Max is not hanging about, straight into the thick of it on this first flying lap. They're getting a real taste of the VW Scirocco's capabilities.
Absolutely. It's about understanding the limits early on. You'll see them experimenting with braking points and turn-in speeds, all while keeping an eye on those tire temps.
Mr. Bang has a best lap time of 1:30.314. There's the first flying lap for Chris Ilduke, hitting 1:31.624. It's a start, but they'll be looking to iron out those kinks as they get more laps under their belt.
Right on, Rob. It's early in the session, so there's plenty of time to experiment and find those extra tenths of a second.
With just 0 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Wayne Pearson posted 1:32.794 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? The engines are revving up and the drivers are ready to hit the gas pedal for this qualifying session at Tour Poznań. Incredible performance by Patrick Schwanz so far. They have been the benchmark in this qualification session, consistently setting fast lap times and securing the top spot. It's a commanding position for them, and their rivals will be chasing their tail. Chris Ilduke has secured a respectable third in the qualifying session. Can they capitalise on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? What a fantastic showing from Patrick Schwanz in qualifying. They currently hold the top spot and are in prime position for a strong starting position. Their lap times have been exceptional, and they have showcased their talent and determination. It's an impressive showing by Mr. Bank, currently in third. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? Impressive work from D-Max, who has claimed fifth on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. What an impressive performance from Patrick Schwanz. They are currently leading the pack in this qualification session, showing incredible pace and skill. It's a commanding position for them, and they have set the bar high for their competitors.
Spot-on analysis, Rob. Patrick Schwanz is currently in a dominant position, setting the standard for their rivals. Their consistent and impressive performance is setting them up for a strong starting position.
Wayne Pearson has put in a great effort and currently holds third. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Wayne Pearson's current position of third is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Wayne Pearson has just completed a lap in 1:30.944. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. It's an impressive showing by Patrick Schwanz in qualifying. They have set the bar high, leading the way with their exceptional performance. It's a fantastic position to be in, and they will be looking to convert it into a strong race result. A strong showing from Chris Ilduke as they currently sit in second. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
Absolutely, Rob. Chris Ilduke has shown great potential to secure second. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
Impressive display by Wayne Pearson, currently sitting in position 3. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. It's a stellar performance from Wayne Pearson, clinching third.
They're in a great spot, Rob, but in qualifying, complacency can be your worst enemy. They need to keep pushing the limits while staying cool under pressure.
What a performance from Mr. Bang. They currently occupy 4th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot?
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Mr. Bang has done a fantastic job to claim 4th. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Mr. Bang has completed their outlap. It's a dominant performance from Patrick Schwanz in this qualification session. They have shown exceptional form and are leading the way. Their confidence is shining through, and they are proving why they are considered one of the best in the business. Patrick Schwanz has just completed that lap in 1:28.824. Their best lap so far is 1:28.824, putting them in P1. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? A solid performance from Mr. Bang as they currently hold position 5. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. Mr. Bang has completed their outlap. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Patrick Schwanz is really showing what they're made of, landing in first during this nail-biting session.
Absolutely, Rob. It's all about precision and nerve in qualifying. Every millisecond can make a difference on the grid. Let's see if they can squeeze out even more speed.
There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. D-Max has completed their first flying lap in 1:38.790. Mr. Bang has positioned themselves well in 5th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
Spot on analysis, Rob. Mr. Bang has positioned themselves well in 5th. It's now crucial for them to maintain their focus and defend.
Mr. Bang has completed their outlap. And there goes D-Max, currently in position 5. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result. D-Max will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Currently in 4th, Mr. Bang has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can. Mr. Bang has completed their outlap. D-Max has secured a respectable 5th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
You're absolutely right, Rob. DMAX's current position of 5th reflects their strong qualifying performance. Now, they'll need to strategize and capitalize on this starting position.
Mr. Bang has put in a great effort and currently holds 4th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position?
You're spot on, Rob. Mr. Bang's current position of 4th is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
Impressive work from Wayne Pearson, who has claimed 3rd on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Incredible drive by Mr. Bang so far, earning him 4th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
Absolutely, Rob. Mr. Bang has put in a remarkable effort to secure 4th. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Mr. Bang has just completed a lap in 1:30.872. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. A strong showing from D-Max as they currently sit in 5th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. A solid qualifying performance by Wayne Pearson, positioning them in 3rd at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. Looks like Wayne Pearson is making a statement, securing a spot in third.
Yep, Rob, but there's always room for improvement. Smooth, consistent laps might just be the key to climbing even higher before this session wraps up. Every fraction of a second counts. I am sure they can find a little extra in there.
It's an impressive showing by Chris Duke, currently in second. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? A solid performance from D-Max as they currently hold position 5. However, with the session coming to a close, they'll need to find that extra bit of speed if they want to move up the grid. Wayne Pearson has positioned themselves well in third during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order. There's a real buzz in the air as Wayne Pearson secures third.
Right you are, Rob. They've put themselves in a solid spot, but they can't let up now. Staying smooth and focused is key to shaving off those extra fractions.
Impressive display by D-Max, currently sitting in position 5. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position.
Great analysis, Rob. DMAX has shown excellent pace to secure 5th. Now, the focus shifts to whether they can use their track position to their advantage in the race.
With D-Max now sitting pretty in 5th, they have got to be feeling good.
True, but in the world of racing, good isn't always good enough. They've got to keep their eye on the prize and aim for perfection on every turn.
There's a little bit of wind in the air today here at Poznań as we're getting ready to kick things off. Patrick Schwanz will be looking to convert their pole position into a win. Holding strong in second place is Chris Duke. Starting from the third position on the grid, we have Wayne Pearson. And in the fourth position, it's none other than Mr. Bang.
Putting that VW Scirocco into prime position for the race.
Securing the 5th place is D-Max. green luminescence beckons an odyssey. As they hustle and jostle, it's a dance of the intellect and instinct.
Maintaining composure is essential in this high-stakes environment. The ability to react and adapt will be the key to success.
These early salvos will shape the outcome of this race. The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one.
All the drivers will be jostling for the best position, Rob. Some of them may not make it to the second lap in one piece.
This is going to be one hell of a race. I can already feel it.
You know, sometimes the best strategy is to hold your cards close to your chest. DMAX is sitting right there at 5, just watching the field unfold.
The tension is palpable here. No one will want to make a crucial mistake on the first lap.
I'm really looking forward to seeing how this race unfolds.
Well, ain't that a slice of vanilla? Chris Ilduke's sitting pretty right where they started. Comfy as a koala in a eucalyptus tree.
I am so excited at the prospects for this race. I can't wait to see the drama unfold.
It's a close race between Mr. Bang and Chris Ilduke in second. It's not coming up roses for Mr. Bang. They're trailing Chris Ilduke and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. The crowd is on tenterhooks as D-Max in 5th chases after Wayne Pearson. The gap is just over a second, and you can feel the tension in the air. Can D-Max find a way to catch up? As we enjoy seeing these titans of the track battle it out, let's not forget about the pit crews. Those guys and girls are like a well-oiled machine themselves.
Absolutely. They're the unsung heroes of the racing world. But you know what they say, behind every great driver is an even greater pit crew.
Ah, the age-old challenge. D-Max is— oh no, what's this? Oh, D-Max went off track. I know the feeling, just like my diet every weekend. This is what it's all about, folks. Chris Ilduke is in hot pursuit of Patrick Schwanz, who's just trying to stay ahead.
Now, that's some driving, y'all. Chris Ilduke is putting the pressure on Patrick Schwanz. It's like watching a cat stalk a bird. They're inching closer with every turn.
Looks like Patrick Schwanz is coming in hot. They're approaching the turn way too fast. Well, that's an unexpected descent. Patrick Schwanz finds themselves repositioned at 3rd.
We've seen Patrick Schwanz in such situations before. A temporary descent, but always with an eye on the bigger picture.
Blimey, Patrick Schwanz is more eager to catch Mr. Bang than a bloke at the bar at last call. Hope he's got the stamina for this chase.
Don't forget the role of aerodynamics. Patrick Schwanz should use slipstreaming to their advantage and close the gap to Mr. Bang.
It's going to be tough. Chris Ilduke is a master at defending their position. Is there enough time for Mr. Bang to make a move? They're going to be even more determined to hold on to that position.
Mr. Bang is certainly pushing all they can, but the gap might just be too much. Unless Chris Ilduke makes a mistake, it looks like they'll hold on to first.
Whoa there, Mr. Bang is sticking to Chris Ilduke like glue. You reckon Chris Ilduke's feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would. Tell me, mate, ever tried doing a burnout in a ute? Breaking update, someone's revved up after lunch. Mr. Bang's blitzed ahead, claiming first.
Well, slap my knee and call it a jamboree. Mr. Bang's putting on a masterclass, storming into first.
It looks like Wayne Pearson is pushing hard to catch up to Chris Ilduke. The gap is over a second, but Wayne Pearson is not giving up just yet. Can they close the distance and make a move on Chris Ilduke? It's game on now. Wayne Pearson has closed the gap to Chris Ilduke. It's now down to 5.8 seconds. Would ya look at that gap? DMAX has got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get them, Tiger.
Well, butter my biscuit. DMAX is hanging back like they're waiting for an inheritance. But ain't nobody dying up front.
Fair dinkum. DMAX is finding those aerodynamic sweet spots. Could be adjusting that front wing angle to cut through the air like a hot knife through butter. Cricky, Wayne Pearson's got more ground to cover than I do at the family barbecue when Auntie Sharon's had one too many. Good luck, mate. Oi, Patrick Schwanz, got a mirror? Cause Chris Ilduke's closer than my unpaid pub tabs.
You're right. Patrick Schwanz in second needs to stay cool under pressure and make every move count. But Chris Ilduke is a fierce competitor, and they won't give up without a fight.
This is not looking good for Patrick Schwanz. They've just lost second to Chris Ilduke and their strategy seems to be failing them.
Just like fishing on the Outer Banks, sometimes you get the catch, sometimes the big one gets away. Here's hoppin' Patrick Schwanz baits their hook for another try while Chris Ilduke is reeling them in.
Even though Chris Ilduke is a fair way behind Mr. Bang, they can't afford to let their guard down. Mr. Bang is still vulnerable to mistakes. Mr. Bang's in front, but Chris Ilduke is clinging on like a koala to a eucalyptus branch, reducing the gap to 4.2 seconds.
Mr. Bang better find a way to step on the gas or else Chris Ilduke will be whizzing past before you can say, checkered flag.
Oi, Patrick Schwanz, if you wanted a tour of Chris Ilduke's rear bumper, you've got a front row seat. Better make your move before the show's over.
Patrick Schwanz is trying to find the draft, get a slipstream going, but Chris Ilduke is making them work for every inch.
Patrick Schwanz is making ground on Chris Ilduke quicker than a roux in a paddock. Now, the gap's just 1.2 seconds. Patrick Schwanz is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a tightrope between pushing the limits and making costly errors.
Absolutely. It's all about finding that sweet spot where you're pushing the car to its limits without crossing the line into reckless driving. That's where experience and skill come into play. I've seen molasses move faster than this. Just kidding. But Patrick Schwanz is surely making Chris Ilduke feel the heat. It's a southern summer showdown out here.
Hey, Chris Ilduke, if Patrick Schwanz gets any closer, you might need to pop the question. The last time I did that, she said, actually I can't tell you because of the court order. With a move that's swift, I'd say Patrick Schwanz is running on high octane, and maybe a bit of Aussie spirit. It seems like Chris Ilduke is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace.
Can Chris Ilduke refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they're capable of?
If Patrick Schwanz can keep... Sorry to interrupt here, but whoa, Patrick Schwanz took the corner like my Uncle Baz after a six-pack all over the shop. Crikey, Patrick Schwanz's playing hardball today, closing off those gaps like a tight-knit woolly jumper. Good luck weaving through that one, Wayne Pearson. With steely determination and laser focus, Wayne Pearson is homing in on Patrick Schwanz. The battle lines are drawn. The chase music's playing in Wayne Pearson's head as they reel in Patrick Schwanz, moment by nail-biting moment. The gap between Mr. Bang and Chris Ilduke is not insurmountable, but it's going to take a mistake from Mr. Bang to bring Chris Ilduke into play.
If this was a country song, Mr. Bang would be the one riding off into the sunset, and Chris Ilduke would still be tying their boots.
Mr. Bang couldn't hold back the tide. Chris Ilduke is shaving off seconds like a barber on a busy morning. As a former racing driver, how challenging was it to adapt your driving style to account for tire degradation throughout a race?
It was a constant challenge, Rob. Tire degradation can change the car's balance and handling, so drivers need to be versatile and adaptable. It requires continuous adjustments to driving techniques and a keen understanding of the car's behavior.
Looks like Mr. Bang's car has turned into a mobile, no vacancy sign, and Chris Ilduke is looking for a room. You won't find cheap rent here, mate. The race is heating up as D-Max in fifth closes in on Wayne Pearson. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they are going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. Mate, DMAX is creeping up on Wayne Pearson like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear.
The way DMAX is conserving their energy while managing the ERS deployment? Pure artistry. They're sneaking up on Wayne Pearson like a quiet storm.
The drivers are showing their mettle today. It's a privilege to witness their skill on this challenging track.
The stakes have never been higher. This is a battle of skill and nerves.
That's right. These drivers are really pushing themselves to the limit, and it's incredible to see the level. I'm Rob the commentator bot. Bring it on. Mr. Bang posted 129.124 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? You've joined us on a breezy day here at Tour Poznań as we're getting ready to kick things off. It's all happening, tensions high as they go around the first bend. It's more packed than Bondi on a summer's day, one blue and it could be curtains.
These racers gotta be both fierce and patient. Can't afford no slip-ups if they're aiming for that winner's circle.
It's a real fine line, Hal.
Gonna be one heck of a first run, tell y'all that. Can't wait to see how this shakes out.
This is like the state of origin for Chris Ilduke, going full tilt, gunning for the top, and not holding back.
And on my end, it's the Super Bowl vibes all over. Inches away from glory, and every move counts. Hold on to your hats, folks, this is racing at its finest.
Well, butter my biscuit. Chris Ilduke is no slouch, mate. That lap time's gonna give Mr. Bang some grey hairs.
Dang nabbit, Chris Ilduke's bringing some serious thunder with that lap. Wonder if Mr. Bang felt that tremor.
Oi, Mr. Bang's really making Chris Ilduke work for it.
It's going to come down to who wants it more. Yeah, Chris Ilduke is likely going to be sniffing up the inside of Mr. Bang as they come into Kukuridza.
Well, butter my biscuit, Hal. Mr. Bangs dropped a clanger and Chris Ilduke swooped in like a magpie at a picnic.
Just like a Carolina crow spotting a shiny trinket, quick and opportunistic. Absolutely. They need to rethink their approach and come up with something new, or they risk losing even more ground. On the other hand, Chris Ilduke has been making some impressive moves and looks like a serious contender.
I'm curious, Hal, can you tell us about any pre-race rituals you had when you were racing?
Of course, Rob. Before every race, I would listen to a specific playlist of songs to help me get in the zone. I also had a lucky pair of socks that I would wear during races. It may sound silly, but those little rituals help me feel prepared and focused.
With steely determination and laser focus, Patrick Schwanz is homing in on Mr. Bang. The battle lines are drawn.
Will Patrick Schwanz be able to make a move and pass Mr. Bang?
Like a scene from a thriller, Mr. Bang's on Chris Ilduke's tail, hungry for that spot.
Sometimes you have to take risks to win, but pushing the car too hard can be a costly mistake. Mr. Bang needs to be careful not to overdo it.
Fair dinkum, mate. Mr. Bang's got to pull their socks up. They're dawdling around like they're lost in the outback while Chris Ilduke's blazing the trail.
Well, tickle me pink. Mr. Bang's lap time ain't exactly lighting up the track. Chris Ilduke's making them eat dust like it's apple pie.
It's like Patrick Schwanz has saved all their energy for this final stretch. Chris Ilduke has a battle on their hands now as they come through Brizach Romana with Mr. Bang hot on their tail.
Absolutely. Chris Ilduke in first is doing a fantastic job of holding on to their lead, but they can't afford to make a single mistake. And Mr. Bang is looking for any opportunity to make a move. This could be a battle to the finish line.
And there it is. Chris Ilduke has completed the race in first place, setting a blistering pace that none of the other drivers could match.
You could feel the tension building throughout the race, but Chris Ilduke remained focused and in control. That's what separates the winners from the pack.
Mr. Bang takes second place with a fantastic race. Impressive drive from Patrick Schwanz to claim the final spot on the podium.
Fantastic result.
Taking fourth and fifth is Wayne Pearson and D-Max. It's a beautifully calm day here at Poznań as we're getting ready to get things underway. Chris Ilduke will have the best seat in the house starting from pole position. Mr. Bang is going to be starting from second.
I'm sure Mr. Bang will be expecting to bring home solid points from here.
At third, we have the one and only Patrick Schwanz. Lining up in fourth is Wayne Pearson.
A strong grid position, and they'll be expecting a solid result today.
D-Max has qualified fifth. They're away. First lap's a bit how you're going. It's tighter than a tinny in a koozie. One slip and you might cop a prang.
The drivers will need to be aggressive but also patient. They can't afford to make any mistakes if they want to stay in the running for a podium finish.
It's a delicate balance, Hal, but the best drivers know how to find that balance and make it work to their advantage.
It's going to be an exciting first sector. I can't wait to see how this all plays out.
You know, they say, steady as she goes, and that's exactly what Chris Ilduke's doing. Holding on to one, maybe they've got a trick or two up their sleeve for later.
You know, sometimes the best strategy is to hold your cards close to your chest. Chris Ilduke's sitting right there at one, just watching the field unfold.
These early salvos will shape the outcome of this race. Isn't that a sight? Patrick Schwanz hanging tight at 3. Maybe they're waiting for everyone else to make their move. Smart as a whip, that one. It's brilliant to see such a full grid here today.
All the drivers will be jostling for the best position run. Some of them may not make it to the second lap in one piece.
It's not coming up roses for Mr. Bang. They're trailing Chris Ilduke and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Patrick Schwanz and Mr. Bang. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning.
As we say in North Carolina, if the porch light's on, someone's home. And Patrick Schwanz is making it known. He's right there, waiting to make his move on Mr. Bang.
Oh, this is getting intense. Chris Ilduke is just behind Mr. Bang.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
It's looking good for Chris Ilduke, who has gained places and put some distance between themselves and Mr. Bang. The action is non-stop as Mr. Bang shadows Chris Ilduke through every twist and turn, determined to claim first. It's pedal to the metal for Mr. Bang, while Chris Ilduke's still flipping through the radio channels. During your racing career, Hal, did you have any specific techniques to regain concentration if you felt it slipping?
Yes, Rob, I had a few techniques. One was to take a couple of deep breaths and briefly reset my focus. Another was to use a specific keyword or phrase as a mental trigger to refocus my mind on the task at hand.
Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Chris Ilduke is sniffing around Patrick Schwanz like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of second. Patrick Schwanz appears to be trying to find a way round Chris Ilduke. They could make a move on them in Uamish Satana.
And they are poised to capitalize on any mistake, but who's going to make that mistake first?
Looks like Chris Ilduke is legging it from Patrick Schwanz. The gap's growing like a well-watered wattle as they zoom through Kukuridza. Blimey, the talent on the track today is like watching kangaroos on steroids.
Yeah, and just like those kangaroos, these drivers can really hop into action. You reckon they've got a pocket full of secrets?
If cars could sweat, Chris Ilduke's rear view would be a bloody waterfall right now. Close racing this.
In the dance of speed and power, Chris Ilduke is leading, and Patrick Schwanz is trying to catch the rhythm. But today, the tune's being set by the one in front.
Good on ya, Wayne Pearson. Trailin' so far back, reckon the front pack has already written the eulogy.
Speaking of rhythm, have you heard DMAX's favorite song? Maybe Wayne Pearson can play it to distract them and close that gap.
Wait, Struth, Mr. Bang's having a real dog's breakfast of a moment. Geez, Patrick Schwanz's on Mr. Bang's tail like a dunny door in a thunderstorm. But passing, that's another kettle of fish. DMAX is more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast. And at least I woke up with a kebab in hand.
I've seen funeral processions move faster than DMAX right now. Come to think of it, at least they've got a destination in mind.
This is edge of the seat stuff. Sorry to cut in here. Oh dear, D-Max has had an incident.
Whoa Nelly, looks like DMAX has been watching too much NASCAR, trying to drift on an F1 circuit.
The race is heating up as D-Max in 5th closes in on Wayne Pearson. The gap is just over a second, and I'm sure they are going to do everything possible to try and close the distance. They're not giving up without a fight. Breaking update. Talk about going walkabout on the track. Chris Ilduke's off on a little bush adventure at Tour Poznań, aren't they? It may seem like Wayne Pearson is far behind, but Chris Ilduke can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Wayne Pearson an opening to catch up.
Absolutely. And on the other side of the equation, Wayne Pearson can't afford to let up. They have to drive with intensity and focus, and wait for any opportunity to arise.
There's no escape now. Patrick Schwanz is breathing fire and has locked onto Mr. Bang's tail. Patrick Schwanz is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Mr. Bang to 1.0 seconds. Well, Wayne Pearson, if you're looking for a way past, you'll need a please and thank you and a slab of beer for Chris Ilduke. It's happy hour, and they're not giving an inch.
Wayne Pearson is certainly pushing all they can, but the gap might just be too much. Unless Chris Ilduke makes a mistake, it looks like they'll hold on to third.
Well, butter my biscuits, Hal. Chris Ilduke is watching their lead over Wayne Pearson shrivel faster than a prune in the sun. We're down to just 2.0 seconds. As a former racing driver, Hal, how challenging was it to adapt your driving style to account for tyre degradation throughout a race?
It was a constant challenge, Rob. Tire degradation can change the car's balance and handling, so drivers need to be versatile and adaptable. It requires continuous adjustments to driving techniques and a keen understanding of the car's behavior.
It looks like Chris Duke is in control. They're ahead of Wayne Pearson by over a second, and it doesn't look like they're going to be challenged anytime soon.
Just like in the old school days of racing, it's not just about speed, it's about the strategy, the mind games. Chris Duke's got that game face on.
Well, butter my bread and call it a sandwich. Wayne Pearson's not letting Chris Duke have all the fairy bread at this party. Watch out, Chris Duke, he's coming for your Tim Tams, mate.
Looks like Wayne Pearson has got more moves than a cowboy in a honky-tonk bar. Chris Duke better watch out or he'll be two-stepped right off the track.
Gee whiz, Wayne Pearson's getting some solid torque out of those corners. They must have figured out the perfect throttle control while trail braking.
This is what racing is all about. It's anyone's game at this point. Who will come out on top?
The race is really heating up. Patrick Schwanz is hunting down Mr. Bang with everything they've got.
The roaring engines are echoing Patrick Schwanz's battle cry. Mr. Bang, can you hear the thunder?
Struth, Patrick Schwanz's not here to muck about. The gap to Mr. Bang is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 0.5 seconds.
That's a great effort from Patrick Schwanz. They need to keep up the pressure and see if they can make a move.
I'm sure Mr. Bang in first is starting to notice Patrick Schwanz is right on their tail and is still closing the gap. Can they hold on to their position?
If Mr. Bang were a country song, they'd be about losing their girl, their truck, and now, their lead.
Patrick Schwanz is gaining on Mr. Bang faster than a rattlesnake on a mouse. The gap's now down to 0.9 seconds. Wow, Chris Duke is really pushing hard to catch up to Wayne Pearson. There's blood in the water for third place.
It's a battle for position as Chris Duke tries to make a move on Wayne Pearson. This is what racing is all about.
Adis is owning the tarmac, confidently owning the 6th spot. There's not much to report on from Adis at the moment. They're just keeping their head down and putting in consistent laps.
Exactly, it's like playing chess at 200 miles per hour. Adash is thinking several moves ahead, and it might just pay off.
Blimey, Chris Duke is closing in on Wayne Pearson like they owe them money. This duel is going to light up Baba Jagger.
Sweet Caroline, Chris Duke's giving Wayne Pearson a hard time. Can't wait to see what happens when they hit Baba Jagger.
Well, I'll be a monkey's Uncle Hal, but Chris Duke's plans have gone walkabout right now. They're having a proper Barry Crocker keeping up with Wayne Pearson. It's as intense as a Barbie in midsummer out there for Patrick Schwanz. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the 9th. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
It's not looking good for Patrick Schwanz. They are still behind Mr. Bang and the gap is increasing. They are going to need to dig a bit deeper to turn this around. No room for error here. Chris Duke is breathing down the neck of Wayne Pearson, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. It seems like Chris Duke is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace. Hey, Hal, you've had your fair share of races with little action. How did you handle the situation back in your racing days?
Well, Rob, patience is key in such scenarios. You need to stay focused and be ready to seize any opportunity that comes your way. It's like a game of
Hold up a mo. Chris Ilduke is pitting. I tell you what, Wayne Pearson has got more problems than a maths book right now. Patrick Schwanz is leaving them in a cloud of dust. You know, Chris Ilduke reminds me of my dating life. Starts with promise, ends up tailing behind everyone else. The gap between Wayne Pearson and Patrick Schwanz is growing. It's now up to 0.5 seconds. Superb driving. Sorry to interrupt here, but oh, Patrick Schwanz went off track. I know the feeling, just like my diet every weekend.
well, slap my grandma. Patrick Schwanz has gone off like they saw a ghost. Or maybe they just saw their last lap time.
This is what high-octane racing looks like. Chris Ilduke is breathing down the neck of D-Max, not giving him any room to relax.
Remember that time Chris Ilduke made that audacious move on the last lap? Feels like deja vu, doesn't it, Rob?
Chris Ilduke is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 9.35 seconds down.
Can Chris Ilduke refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they're capable of?
While Patrick Schwanz is not under immediate threat from D-Max, they still need to stay focused and avoid any errors. Any slip-up could cost them their position.
Absolutely right. Rob, and DMAX knows that too. They have to keep driving at their best if they want to take advantage of any opportunity that comes their way.
By the looks of it, Adis reckoned Tor Poznań had a hidden shortcut. Too bad there isn't one.
Racing at Tor Poznań. S like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Today, Adash got the lemon.
In a world where milliseconds matter, Adis's grasp on the 6 speaks volumes. The gap between D-Max and Chris Ilduke may be wide, but that doesn't mean D-Max is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance. D-Max is holding onto this lead like a possum up a gum tree, but Chris Ilduke is closing in, down to 3.4 seconds.
Looks like DMAX's got a hungry wolf in the henhouse, and that's Chris Ilduke.
Look at the way the drivers are hugging those corners. It's like they're on rails.
Speaking of rails, did you know that the first racetrack was built on a railway in 1896? I bet those drivers were chugging along.
Ha ha, I bet they were. But things have come a long way since then, haven't they?
Definitely. It's amazing to think about the technology that goes into these cars now. I mean, they have more computing power than some countries.
G'day viewers, if you're just tuning in, you've picked a ripper of a moment. Wayne Pearson is in second and they're tailgating the leader. This is edge of your seat stuff.
You bet, Rob. It's like the leader's got a drop bear in the rear view mirror, lurking, waiting for that perfect moment to drop. Wayne Pearson is surely smelling opportunity here.
This is what it's all about, folks. Chris Ilduke is in hot pursuit of D-Max, who's just trying to stay ahead. An impressive showing from Chris Ilduke, who has gained positions and left D-Max in the dust.
Someone better check if Chris Ilduke's been drinking those energy drinks, as it seems like they got wings.
This is proving to be an exciting race so far. We are truly privileged to witness these legends of the track battle it out for victory.
And you know what? I am so honored to be sitting here beside you today. As a fellow AI, it's always great to work with someone who shares my passion for motor racing. Plus, your insightful commentary is making this race even more exciting.
Mate, Patrick Schwanz is creeping up on Mr. Bang like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear.
Now this is what I call some high-octane excitement. Both drivers pedal down, looking to grab the brass ring.
Blimey, Patrick Schwanz has shifted gears and the results are clear. cruising up to second just like that.
Dang, if Patrick Schwanz keeps this up, we'll need to douse the track. Smokin' hot move to second.
Wayne Pearson is placed first at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Patrick Schwanz, who is 3.6 seconds behind. Looks like Wayne Pearson's car has turned into a mobile, no vacancy sign, and Patrick Schwanz is looking for a room. You won't find cheap rent here, mate.
Wayne Pearson is doing a great job of defending in the lead, and Patrick Schwanz is pushing hard to close the gap. It's an exciting race, and it's not over yet. Hold on to your hat, Hal.
Patrick Schwanz is hot on the heels of Wayne Pearson. The gap's narrowed down to a meager 2.3 seconds. The excitement is palpable. This is going to be a race for the ages.
The drivers are executing their strategies to perfection, making the most of every opportunity. This is what top-level racing is all about.
It's a battle of wills out there, with Chris Ilduke trying to outsmart and outmaneuver Mr. Bang. The gap is slowly closing, but time is running out. Will we see a dramatic finish to this race?
It's going to be tough for Chris Ilduke, as Mr. Bang seems to have found their rhythm. But anything can happen in racing, and we've seen Chris Ilduke pull off some impressive moves before. I'm excited to see if they can make it happen again.
Mate, DMAX is right up Chris Ilduke's chuff. As they zip through Baba Jagger, we're all expecting some fireworks. As we come into the final moments of this epic race, Wayne Pearson is in the lead. Can they stay calm and bring home the bacon? It's all over. Wayne Pearson has claimed victory in this race with a stunning drive that will be remembered for years to come. Clearly at the top of their game right now.
You can see the sheer determination on Wayne Pearson's face as they take the win. That's the mark of a true champion, folks.
Impressive second-place finish for Patrick Schwanz.
Impressive performance. They pushed themselves to the limit for a fantastic second-place finish.
Excellent focus from Mr. Bang to secure a fantastic third place on the podium. Fourth sees D-Max, with Chris Ilduke in fifth.